This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. Here we go.
And given the nature of the rivalry between these teams, expect emotions to be running high. Both teams have to feel a little on edge right now.
And who doesn't love this stuff? Two teams that have beef. Look, the stakes are a little bit higher, and it should make this a very interesting matchup.
Now here's Cunningham. Pass to Exum. 5 to shoot. Nice move. Miller can't get it to go. And here's Mathurin. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Tries the spin move. Now Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Yeah, nice dime from Banchero there, wanting to work it over to his teammates whenever he can.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Now here's Cunningham. He's been contributing over 15 a game. And the shot goes in.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Outside Johnson. Fades and shoots. The Warriors pull it in.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Back to Nembhard. Pass to Mathurin. From deep. That one no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Back to Miller. Here's Exum. And here's Johnson. Here's Cunningham. From deep, Sarr. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Nembhard with it. Picked up by Cunningham. Right side Mather. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
Exum outside. Miller outside. From 17. Good on the shot.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Now here's Banchero. A reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game.
And everything Banchero does is with aggression.
Minnesota leading by 3. At Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
And the Warriors with possession here, following the score by Minnesota. To the inside. Pass to Lively. Banchero outside. Offline with a 3. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the T-Wolves. Here's Sarr. Hits the front of the rim and out. And here's Matherin. Still without a bucket. No good on the 3. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Cunningham. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
A sharp shooter from the mid-range. Cunningham doesn't need much room to feel comfortable firing away.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Earlier, Allie LaForce spoke with head coach Steve Kerr. What'd you find out, Allie?
I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
And Allie, thank you for that. It's stolen. Outside Matherin. Nembhard outside. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference.
Substitution on the court.
The Timberwolves lead by 7. Exum outside. Pass to Sarr. Now here's Cunningham. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Looney. In transition, here come the Warriors. And the basket by Hachimura.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Now here's Cunningham. Tipped. And that'll be Minnesota's ball as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves able to keep the possession. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up from the high post. That one's good for 2. Cunningham's got his second basket.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Looney, high post. A minute 39 left to play in the first. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Back to Johnson. Looney grabs a miss. Warriors trail by 7. Outside Johnson. The 3 is up. Minnesota with a rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Golden State foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Timberwolves substitution. Bobby Portis.
59 seconds left in the first quarter here. Up top, Miller. Giving them some good production. Putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Outside, Alexander Walker. Down low. Outside, Johnson. Pass to Alexander Walker. There's the triple. And Toppin pulls it down. The Timberwolves lead by 7. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Cunningham has the open look. Another miss by Minnesota.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while. When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
To the right side with 1 on the clock. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves. Number 30, Ben Shepherd.
That'll count. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The T-Wolves on top, leading by 5. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
And he gets the bucket. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defense is to disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Here's Cunningham. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. Miller outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Shepherd. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
They've done a lot of good things today, but one area they need to improve is their ball security.
Warriors trail by 3. Banchero surveys. And here's Nembhard. Now here's Banchero. Pass to Matherin. 6 on the shot clock. From behind the arc. The shot by Nembhard, no good.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Out of bounds. It'll be Warriors ball. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
The Timberwolves lead by 3. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Warriors can be sloppy with the ball. Coach Kerr said, I don't mind turnovers that result from trying to make the extra pass. It's the ones that don't stand a chance to get through that bother me. If we just hit singles, we have so many playmakers and shooters that it's all going to come out pretty positively. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. So it's the Warriors now, following the score by Minnesota. Here's Banchero. Excellent D there from Toppin.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Pass to Miller. Clock at 6. Toppin outside. Here's Portis. Warriors with the rebound. Banchero outside. Takes a 3. Ooh, Banchero with the touch from deep.
He felt the defender closing out to him, and Banchero let it fly. That catch-and-shoot ability is a weapon.
Toppin outside. Cunningham, right side. Lively grabs the miss. The Warriors trailing. Pass to Banchero. Crafty move. Banchero finishes with force inside.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Here's Cunningham. And that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Back to Banchero. Launches a 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
After failing to knock down anything from deep in the first quarter, he's got 2 to go here in the second.
Cade on the move. And he throws it down with one hand.
Cutting apart the defense on the drive. Cunningham's skilled at getting to the cup.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Now here's Matherin. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
And Matherin does a lot of little things for his ball club. Absorbing contact, getting to the line, whatever it takes.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The Timberwolves trail. Pass to Shepherd. Back to Cunningham. Oh, Cunningham rises up.
Yeah, what a massive showing from Cade Cunningham. It's been really a treat to watch.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Who poked away. Portis with the steal. Here's Cunningham. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
An important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Trailing by 2. Hachimura outside. From outside the arc. Hits a 3-pointer. Hachimura's got his second bucket on the night.
Over the last few years, Hachimura has gotten more comfortable in these catch-and-shoot situations.
Pass to Shepherd. Back to Anthony. Outside Johnson. 5 on the clock. Here's Thibault. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. The Warriors leading. Pass to Johnson. That's out of bounds. Last touch by Sarr. Hachimura from long range. That one is off.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Left side Johnson. Pass to Sarr. Out of bounds. It'll be Warriors ball.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
Now Johnson giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Now here's Holiday. The long distance three is buried. And the Warriors lead by 4.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Shepard. Back to Anthony. Here's Shepard. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. Anthony misses.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Outside Johnson. Off target from 3-point range. Timberwolves trail by 4. And out of bounds. The Warriors will take it. Johnson. Holiday with the ball. Outside Johnson. 1:05 left in the second quarter. And Looney with the slam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Now here's Anthony. No points so far. Just 5 to shoot. To stop the drought. And the layup is good.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
.27 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Johnson with it. And Anthony picks him up defensively. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the evening. There's 21 seconds left in the second period. Pass to Johnson. Johnson on the wing. Over Hachimura. No good on the buzzer beater. Paolo Banchero getting it done for the Warriors. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Now here's Nembhard. Inside, pass to Mathurin. Screen by Lively. The putback, and he can't get that one. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Here's Sarr. Cunningham outside. Johnson with it. 6 to shoot. And he jams it home with authority.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
To the paint. Tipped.
Golden State foul.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Personal foul. First team foul.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Here's Miller, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Driving in. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And that's how Miller can take his game to the next level, by being aggressive and attacking the basket.
Banchero right side. Lots of room. Gets rebounded by Minnesota.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Brandon Miller caught some flack when he named Paul George as his GOAT, but PG-13 said, I know what he meant by it. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of all time, but it's about who inspires you. Miller, for his part, not backing down and saying, how the league is built now, Paul George is the right person to study for this generation. Ryan?
Allie, thanks. Shot clock at 5. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Let's hear it for you.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to Nembhard. Back to Banchero. Jacks up a 3. Miller pulls it in.
Rough start to the third quarter, but give some credit to the defense they're facing.
And the call will be against Benedict Mathurin.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
Now here's Cunningham. He's got 15. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Minnesota shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Warriors trail by 4. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. To win the run. And the Warriors miss again.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly. I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Pass to Mathurin. To the middle. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Way to stay strong, Paolo. Not letting the foul get the better of him.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Minnesota leading by 3. Now Exum. Back to Cunningham. Drives to the hoop. Powerful take from Cunningham.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Brandon Miller. That free throw misses.
Flag.
He hits the second from the line. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Outside Johnson. Floats one up. Great D that time from Banchero.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Launches it from deep. And the Warriors miss again.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second.
Exum shot is off.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Pass to Banchero. Back to Johnson. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And what a read there from Cunningham, showing he has vision and timing with his passes.
Pass to Johnson. Inside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Now here's Cunningham. Oh, it's stolen. Lively with it. Back to Banchero. There's the three. Sarr pulls it in.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Both free throws good from Cunningham.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Banchero. No good. Excellent D there from Toppin. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 16-6 run. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Johnson with a bucket.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. The Timberwolves lead by 4.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Right wing. Back to Cunningham. A minute 53 left in the third quarter. He gets it to go again. 9 for 13 so far.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Here's Johnson. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
And here's Anthony. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. And here's Shepard for 3. No luck on that one. Warriors trail by 4. Outside Johnson. And stolen by Anthony. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Anthony grabs the board. The Timberwolves lead by 6. Pass to Thibault. The 3 ball. Another miss by Minnesota. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it. His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Anthony feeling it out a bit. 27 seconds left in the third quarter here. Toppin outside. 6 on the shot clock. Fades back. He's off on that one.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out. That maybe not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
And here's Shepard. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And they will go into the fourth quarter riding high. That's almost got to feel like a game winner to them.
And we've watched 3 so far. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Pass to Toppin. Anthony outside. And there's the call on Rui Hachimura. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Anthony. For 3. Holiday grabs the miss. Now Johnson. Pass to Hachimura. Fires the 3. The shot off that time. Anthony with it. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it. Here's Johnson. Pass to Holiday. To the inside. Johnson with a bucket.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Now here's Anthony. The 3 is up. Hachimura with a rebound.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. To tie it up. It's hauled in by Portis. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Toppin outside. Here's Shepard. Anthony outside. Pass to Toppin. Back to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. And the layup is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Holiday taking his time here. Outside Johnson. Lets it go from deep. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
And he's been much more assertive here in the second half, getting to his spots, executing with ease.
Pass to Toppin. Down low. Here's Shepard. Back to Thibault. Out left to the wing. And Chris Finch has called timeout. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged.
It's simple. Turnovers mean you lose shot opportunities, and your opponent can get easy hoops.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort, and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
And they're just one foul now away from the penalty.
Miller, right side. And he goes in for the dunk.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. Now here's Lively. And Caro outside. Six to shoot. Nembhard outside. Three-pointer Mathurin. Sarr pulls it in. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth. Driving to the basket. Smooth drive by Cunningham.
The ferocious finish. Love watching Cunningham use his size and athleticism on the drive.
Over to the left wing. Outside Mathurin. Knocks it down from distance.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Cunningham outside. From 15 feet away. Again, the Timberwolves score.
I like Miller's vision. I mean, he sees the court well and makes really good decisions with the ball.
Pass to Caro. Outside Mathurin. Shakes him. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
Timeout, timeout.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And here's Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Miller. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Warriors trail by 3. And here's Lively. Back to Nembhard. Three-pointer Mathurin. Sarr pulls it in.
They've been winning the rebound battle today. Another big board right there.
Miller outside. Back to Cunningham. Offensive rebound. Driving inside. Back to Miller. Second shot opportunity. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Warriors trailing. And a missed layup. Cunningham outside. Oh, swiped away.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Nembhard, good.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Pass to Johnson. Now here's Miller. 5 to shoot. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, it looks like somebody came out this half on a mission, and his intensity on offense, it's been fun to watch.
Three-pointer Mathurin. Miller pulls it in.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
A minute 9 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Nembhard. For 3, Mathurin. It doesn't go for him.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Pass to Miller. Launches it. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
Now here's Bancaro from the arc. The shot by Nembhard, no good. Picked it out of midair. Bancaro outside. The three. It falls. What a beautiful shot. Brings it within 3.
And when they need a bucket, Bancaro wants to be the guy to get it. And he's got a nose for the big situations.
And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now. Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot and a quick foul.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
What composure at the line, forcing your opponent to look for the three-pointer now.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Turning here to our analyst, what elements become the primary keys at this point?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
Up top, Johnson. From about 19. No good off the glass. And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.